and I feel like a part of the family. Let me introduce myself. I'm your host, Sonali Gupta, and what a perfect moment. Luckily, we have our guest right here, our chief guest, the Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji is right here, and she just inaugurated the Punjab and Sindh banks in the heart of Delhi amidst your presence, and she's going to be joining us in the next 2 minutes. What a perfect moment for us to start the day. I know that today we'll have lots of our guests coming up on the podium, sharing their valuable insights, their thoughts with us. And you're going to witness a lot of them sharing some truly interesting insights on the economic future of this country and, of course, the future of the bank. So, ladies and gentlemen, my humble request, as our guest of honor, our chief guest, they walk into the premises, I would request you all कि आप सभी लोग मिलके उनके लिए जोरदार तालियां जरूर बजाइएगा. They've really taken out time from their busy schedule to be here with us today. So we have our chief guest. You all know the Honorable Finance Minister is joining us. Along with her, we'll also have a guest of honor for the day, Dr. Karad joining us, along with Dr. Very special person, Dr. Tangirala. He'll also be joining us shortly, and we'll have some dignitaries on the dais. They'll be taking their seats. We will have the lamp lighting ceremony, followed by the welcome address, speeches, and keynote address. So today we have lots to share with you all. And while we are here, we know that Dr. Charan Singh is taking her through the premises, showcasing some very special areas that we have created, which take you through the journey, the legacy that has been created by the presence of many people who had a vision for Punjab and Sindh Bank. All these people who had a grand vision, who had the right intentions, because of which we've had a glorious run of 115 years. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely humbled to have here with us the Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, with our guest of honor for the day, Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad ji, Minister of State for Finance, along with Dr. MP Tangirala ji, the Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services, and our other dignitaries. Ma'am, we are delighted and humbled and ever so grateful that you accepted our invitation to be a part of the day and inaugurate the Punjab and Sindh Bank's corporate office right here. Thank you so much, sir. Aap yahan pe aaye. Dr. Karad, Dr. Tangirala ji, thank you so much for being here with us. Our dignitaries, thank you. Can we have a bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Come on. Thank you so much. May I request you all to please take your seats. And as I have been saying, that this journey would have not been possible without all of you, your support and your belief and your faith in Punjab and Sindh Bank. At this very special moment, I would request Dr. Charan Singh ji, the non-executive chairman of Punjab and Sindh Bank, to kindly welcome ma'am amongst us, the Honorable Finance Minister. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here, accepting our invitation. We have another very special, small little gift for you. This is a bonsai plant, a symbol of growth, prosperity. Thank you so much, ma'am. May I request you to please take your seat. And now, with this, may I request Shri Swaroop Kumar Saha ji, the Managing Director and CEO of Punjab and Sindh Bank, to please welcome Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad ji, the Honorable Minister of State for Finance. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here today. And a little plant for you. So may I now request you to also please extend a warm and loving welcome to Dr. MP Tangirala ji, the Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've always had a tradition in our country कि हम हर एक शुभ अवसर की शुरुआत करते हैं एक दिए की बाती को प्रज्वलित करके. By lighting the lamp, we seek the blessings of the Almighty. और हम यही आशा करते हैं कि इस दिए की ज्योति हमारी जिंदगी में से किसी भी प्रकार के अंधकार को दूर करेगी. Ma'am, and all our dignitaries, may I request you all to please join us now for the lamp lighting ceremony. May I request our Honorable Finance Minister, ma'am, for you to please proceed towards the lamp lighting, followed by a guest of honor, Dr. Tangirala ji, and of course our other dignitaries.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच. तो भगवान के आशीर्वाद के साथ और आप लोगों के समक्ष इस खूबसूरत लैंप लाइटिंग की सेरेमनी के साथ ही एक बहुत ही खास शुरुआत हो चुकी है इस खास दिन की. And you know, when we are talking about khas and special, I think it is time for us to formally commence the proceedings. And that can only be done by a man who's been leading Punjab and Sindh Bank with his vision, with his utmost power, with his utmost passion. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to welcome on the dais the distinguished non-executive chairman, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Dr. Charan Singh Ji, to say a few words. Welcome, sir. Let's have a big round of applause for him, please.
Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Kishan Rao Karad ji, Dr. Maruti Tangiwala ji, Additional Secretary DFS, senior PSBNs, and my dear colleagues and my dear friends. Greetings and welcome to this inaugural function of our new corporate office. In the last 115 years, the bank has demonstrated unique agility. We were at Amritsar for nearly 39 years until partition, and thereafter for 19 years in Dehradun to cut costs as we were left only with 2 branches in India. And then finally we moved back to Delhi in 1966 to avail profitable opportunities that India was offering, our country was offering us. As business and branches increased, we shifted from Connaught Place to Rajendra Place in 1982, and now to this beautiful office in 2023. In these travels, we have been steadfast in our objective given to us by our founding fathers that we have pursued since 1908, serving the underserved with 863 branches of 1553 branches in rural and semi-urban areas. Today is a highly auspicious day for our bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank, as we are honored to have the esteemed presence of the Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, who has blessed us with her presence to inaugurate our new corporate office. I must mention that the Honorable Minister has been exceptionally kind to our bank. Over the past 3 years, we faced numerous challenges. As the Finance Minister, she understood them and provided us with unwavering moral support and financial resources. Otherwise, we were dangerously tottering around the prompt corrective action. It is because of this strong support that she provided us that our bank steered around to achieve record-breaking profits in the last financial year, marks to its a milestone in our history. In the banking sector, particularly for a bank like Punjab and Sindh Bank headquartered in Delhi, the Finance Minister style of confidently handling the once-in-a-century pandemic was inspiring to all of us, given the close relationship between banking and the economy. The stellar performance of India's fiscal and macro policy in stabilizing the economy, unlike rest of world, despite domestic and global challenges, demonstrated to us the steel-like dedication of the minister and the government. That inspired us immensely. Again, now, inspired by the FM's interest and strategy in the Northeast, we also envision profitable opportunities in expanding our presence there. Furthermore, we are grateful to have the presence of our Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Shri Kishan Rao Kararji, at this inaugural ceremony. I know he was traveling and specially returned to bless us with his guidance. We extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Despite being a relatively smaller bank, we have been fortunate to receive unwavering support from the DFS. On this special occasion, we express our gratitude to Dr. Vivek Joshi, Secretary, who would have been here with us today, but for his pressing engagement outside Delhi. We are delighted to have Dr. Maruti Tangiwala ji, Additional Secretary, with us. Both Dr. Joshi and Dr. Tangiwala have impressed us with immense professionalism and guidance. Today, we are also blessed in the presence of many retired seniors, managing directors, chairmen, EDs, general managers, who have contributed their toil, sweat, sleepless nights for our bank. We welcome you. We have faced numerous challenges and emerged successful, stronger each time. While we are immensely proud of our Honorable Minister and inspired by her exemplary leadership, from whom we learn and take inspiration all the time, we would like to assure you, Madam, on behalf of the board, we are all here, and our bank, we will surpass your expectations and further enhance our performance to achieve even better results in the years ahead. Once again, we welcome you to this inaugural function, and we seek your blessings to achieve the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts and setting the tone for the day. And I think we know so many right things now. So firstly, we are amidst people who've seen the growth and the journey of Punjab and Sindh Bank, all of you who've had significant contributions to where we are today. You've set the vision, you've been our pillars of support, and today, of course, we have such an esteemed gathering here with us. While we've spoken about our journey, somebody's rightly said that seeing is believing. So today, we have created a small audiovisual for all of you to take you through the amazing journey of Punjab and Sindh Bank. For 115 years, this bank has been an integral part of our nation's financial landscape. With over a century of experience, the bank has become a trusted ally for citizens from all walks of life. Join us as we explore the story of Punjab and Sindh Bank and how it has evolved into an efficient and strong institution serving various sectors of the society. Let's take a look.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख
Inspired by the Swadeshi movement in the year 1908, in the holy city of Sri Amritsar Sahib, three great visionaries, Sir Sundar Singh Ji Majithia, Bhai Veer Singh Ji, and Sardar Tarlochan Singh Ji, laid foundation of Punjab and Sindh Bank on the noble principles of social commitments towards weaker sections of the society. Year 1947 was marked with the joy of independence on one side, but it was also marred by the bitter pain of partition on the other side. Bank faced a severe blow as it left with only 2 branches in India at Amritsar and Ludhiana. After suffering substantial losses, Bank shifted its head office from Amritsar to Dehradun. In 1966, head office was again relocated to vibrant heart of Delhi at Connaught Place and later on to Rajendra Place. Hope emerged when Dr. Inderjeet Singh was appointed as Bank's chairman in 1969. Under his astute leadership, Bank witnessed remarkable growth in business and an era of branch expansion. In April 1980, Punjab and Sindh Bank was nationalized. At the time of nationalization, the bank's business was rupees 1014 crore with a network of 537 branches. 30th December 2010 was a landmark day when Bank got listed at Bombay Stock Exchange. And in the year 2011, the bank crossed the landmark business of rupees 1 lakh crores. Since then, Bank has been an active catalyst in driving the country's economic development by financing infrastructure projects, MSMEs, farmers, students, professionals including other sections of the society. But Bank's commitment always extends beyond just banking and is playing its role as a force for positive change by training rural women in self-employment in rural self-employment training institutes at Ludhiana, Moga and Faridkot districts of Punjab. Its 90% beneficiaries are rural women. Bank has always been blessed with many charismatic leaders at the helm of affairs. With consistent support of the Government of India by way of recapitalization, Reserve Bank of India, Board of Directors, top management executives, all members of PSB Parivar and patronage of its 1.48 crore customers, Bank did a turnaround in financial year 2021 to 22 with a net profit of rupees 1039 crore. And again in financial year 2022 to 23, Bank posted all-time high net profit of rupees 1313 crore. Today, Bank's business is a testimony of its growth trajectory. Punjab and Sindh Bank is now much stronger, healthier, and is well capitalized for augmenting future growth. During the financial year 22-23, Bank has embarked on a journey for expanding its footprint in other parts of India and is presently having 1,553 branches, 885 ATMs, and 2 digital banking units. Bank is playing a pivotal role in achieving its priority sector goals and has also been consistently achieving the targets under financial inclusion and Jan Suraksha scheme. Bank's business correspondents are providing banking and other financial services to the customers in the unbanked and underbanked areas. Bank is making huge investment in upgradation of its IT and digital infrastructure by upgrading its core banking solution. Several new services are now available on Bank's highly popular mobile and web application, PSB Unique, and it's continuously upgrading to come up to the expectations of next-gen customers. Various awards and accolades are a testimony of Bank's contribution to society, whether it's outstanding performance under EASE 4.0 initiative or in financial inclusion or Raj Bhasha, with the shifting of the corporate office to its new state-of-the-art premises at a central location in New Delhi. The team PSB, with over 10,000 employees, is now collectively aspiring to take forward the bank's great legacy and delightful customer service to every section of society. Punjab and Sindh Bank, where service is a way of life.
That was about the glorious journey of Punjab and Sindh Bank and exponential growth that we have witnessed in the past few years. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire bank has been built on, of course, some very strong intentions and relentless efforts. Talking about efforts, today we are very happy because we have amongst us some people who've truly supported us in this journey. As already Dr. Charan Singh ji has said, I would like to invite on stage now our very first speaker, Dr. Tangirala ji, now to say a few words and deliver the formal address. Welcome, sir.
Honorable Minister of Finance and Minister of Corporate Affairs, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad, Honorable Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Charan Singh, Chairman, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Shri Swarup Kumar Saha, MD and CEO, Punjab and Sindh Bank, all other distinguished guests present. Good afternoon, a warm welcome on this momentous occasion. We've gathered here today for the inauguration of the new corporate office of Punjab and Sindh Bank, a testament to the progress and resilience of this great institution, as we've just seen in the short film. I'm deeply thankful to our Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Sitharaman, for taking time out of a busy schedule and giving a kind consent to inaugurate this new corporate office of Punjab and Sindh Bank. Her presence on this momentous occasion bears testimony to her unstinting support and constant guidance in making public sector banks stronger and healthier. Thank you, ma'am. I am also thankful to the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Karad, for gracing this occasion and for his valuable guidance always. I am, of course, very happy to be part of this event today. This state-of-the-art facility, some of which has been shown to us before we arrived here, will, I am sure, reinforce the commitment of the PSB Parivar towards excellence in customer service. Public sector banks have now emerged much stronger, and the financial results of 22-23 show a net profit of more than 1 lakh crore rupees collectively. The asset quality and other key efficiency ratios have also improved substantially. I'm happy to note that Punjab and Sindh Bank has kept its performance in line with other public sector banks and also improved its performance in the last 2 years in many of the key efficiency parameters. I am confident that the bank will be able to continue its growth trajectory in the years to come. I once again offer my heartfelt congratulations to the bank's management and staff members for all their hard work, dedication, and unwavering focus on excellence that have put the bank on this growth trajectory. I am sure you will keep this up. Thank you and congratulations to all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. And with this, I would like to invite on stage our esteemed guest for the day, the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Karad. We already know that you've changed your travel plans to be here with us today, and we are ever so grateful for that. So may I request you to please deliver the formal address. And we really want to hear your valuable insights and your thoughts today. Let's have a big round of applause for him.
Honorable Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, respected Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Dr. M.P. Tangarila, Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Dr. Charan Singh ji, Non-Executive Chairman, Swarup Kumar Saha, MD and CEO of Punjab and Sindh Banks, all the dignitaries present for the function, and friends. I am very happy to be a part of this function. Punjab and Sindh Bank is shifting to a corporate office which is well equipped and well established in the center of the Delhi. Punjab and Sindh Bank, a household name, particularly in northern part of the India, has distinguished itself as an effective, efficient public sector bank for farmers, artists, women entrepreneurs, micro and small businessmen. Its journey is about 115 years. This started in 1908 and there were around 10 branches at the time of independence, and 2 branches were in India, that is one in Amritsar and other is Ludhiana. If you see today, there are around 1,553 branches all over the country, and they are continuously contributing to the growth, particularly lower sector of the society. There is a steady growth of the bank and it is contributing to overall parts of the growth. Under the guidance of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Modi ji, the Department of Financial Services is always working for banking to the unbankers, funding to the unfunded, and securing to the unsecured. These things are going on continuously in the country, and under the leadership of our madam, we are going to saturate, I will say saturate in these 3 sectors. Now the business of the bank, last year business of the bank was around 1.90 lakhs crore and the healthy capital adequacy ratio is 17.10. The bank has improved in many of the efficiency parameters and is slowly transforming itself into a strong and efficient bank. As the banking landscape is continuously changing with rapid development, technology and innovation, Punjab and Sindh Bank is also improving in all the sectors, particularly technology and digital infrastructure. It will enable streamlining the bank processes easier, and it is ultimately enhancing the overall banking experiences for the customers. Bank started as a journey from Amritsar to begin with, then Dehradun, then Rajendra Place, and now in Delhi, finally in the Kidwai Nagar. I extend my heartiest congratulations to the present management, board of directors, top executive, and also all the executive directors on the board, the senior officials and employees for the successfully strengthening and streamlining the bank. I am sure Punjab and Sindh Bank will touch a new heights in its business performance in future, as well as with your dedications. I have no doubt that the new corporate office will be a catalyst for propelling this bank towards a greater success and crossing many future milestones. Again, I congratulate all the board of directors, all the executives in the bank, and I give my best wishes for the further function. Thank you very much.
And gentlemen, our guest of honor for the day, a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. किसी ने सही कहा है कि सीढ़ियां हो मुबारक उन्हें जिन्होंने छतों तक जाना है। सीढ़ियां हो मुबारक उन्हें जिन्होंने छतों तक जाना है। आसमां है मेरी मंजिल, मुझे अपना रास्ता खुद बनाना है। Now that's exactly been the philosophy of Punjab and Sindh Bank. We have believed that every challenge is what we've, it's been a roadblock and we've turned it into a stepping stone. We have never stopped. Our vision is infinite, it's limitless. And keeping that vision in mind, we have also believed in changing with changing times. Now, coming to that today, we have not one but many reasons to celebrate, ma'am. Firstly, we are so happy to have you here for the inauguration of our corporate office. Along with that, we are also going to have another inauguration. But before that, we would like to have a virtual launch of our exquisite coffee table book, which is going to capture the legacy of this esteemed institution. We are going to bring to life the entire journey that we've had. And to do so, I would request one of our beautiful hostesses to carry a remote to you. This is a virtual inauguration. The minute you press the remote button, we will have the e-coffee table book being launched. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready to witness this very special moment. Ma'am, may I request you to please do the honors. So this e-coffee table book captures all the milestones that we've achieved on this journey, and we'll have the copies available for all of you. These are, of course, virtual copies. I hope you will all enjoy looking at this book. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would invite you all to join us in the opening of our new branch in the border district of Karimganj, located in the state of Assam. The district has a population of approximately 12 lakh people, and Karimganj town is an important center of trade and commerce in the northeast of India. Punjab and Sindh Bank is proud to deepen the bank's delivery network by opening its 29th branch in northeast India. With the opening of this branch, the total number of bank branches will now be 1,553. And this new branch will enable the residents to avail various financial inclusions and Jan Suraksha scheme, which is of Government of India. So, ma'am, I would request you now to please do the honors. Again, unfortunately, we can't be in Karimganj, but we so wanted you to still launch it. This is going to be a virtual launch. Ladies and gentlemen, our team is right there in Karimganj branch. While we press the remote and inaugurate it, there are lots of people who will be celebrating the launch and inauguration of our latest branch. So, ma'am, may I request you to please do the honors. A big round of applause. So, ma'am, we didn't want you to just inaugurate it. We wanted you to experience the virtual launch as well. This is our team and our customers who are right now at the Karimganj branch. Let's have a big round of applause for the entire team first. And they would like to say a few words and interact with you, ma'am.
नमस्कार, मैं आप सभी का पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक करीमगंज की इस नई ब्रांच में स्वागत करता हूं। मैं चमन लाल शीमार, जनरल मैनेजर पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक। मेरे साथ जोनल मैनेजर मिस्टर लल्लम थंगमार और ब्रांच मैनेजर मिस्टर फरूक आलम जी हैं। मैडम, करीमगंज असम राज्य का एक बॉर्डर डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, जहां से बांग्लादेश बॉर्डर महज 2 किलोमीटर दूर है। करीमगंज के रेजिडेंट पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक की इस नई ब्रांच और एटीएम खुलने से बहुत ही खुश और उत्साहित हैं। उत्साह का नज़ारा इस बात से भी पता चलता है कि इनॉग्रेशन के पहले दिन ही अभी तक 1800 से ज़्यादा लोगों ने अकाउंट ओपन करने के लिए फॉर्म और जन सुरक्षा जो स्कीम्स हैं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की, उनका बेनिफिट लेने के लिए जो फॉर्म्स है अपनी ब्रांच में जमा करवाए हैं। मैडम, मैं करीमगंज के सभी नागरिकों की तरफ से और पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक के सभी स्टाफ मेंबर की तरफ से आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आपने अपने बिजी शेड्यूल में से टाइम निकाला और इस ब्रांच का वर्चुअल इनॉग्रेशन किया। नाउ आई हैंड ओवर द स्टेज टू जोनल मैनेजर मिस्टर ललराम जी।
Madam, Namaskar. Myself, Lalram Thangmar, Zonal Manager of Guwahati Zone. Madam, we are very, very grateful to you for inaugurating our Karimganj branch. The idea of opening of branch in the international border district of Karimganj is to provide banking service to the people living in rural border areas of Karimganj district. Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Madam, with your kind permission, some of our esteemed customers would like to share something to you. One of our esteemed lady customer just standing beside me would like to say something to you, ma'am.
Namaste, Honorable Finance Minister, ma'am. मैं पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक के एमडी सर, पूरे मैनेजमेंट टीम को धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ करीमगंज शहर में इस लोकेलिटी में ब्रांच खुलने के लिए। और इस ब्रांच से बहुत सारी सुविधाएं मिलेगी, जैसे कि सोशल सिक्योरिटी स्कीम्स है, सुकन्या समृद्धि स्कीम्स है, और सीनियर सिटीजन्स के लिए भी सेविंग्स अकाउंट्स के स्कीम्स है। अभी ब्रांच में आने के बाद मुझे ये और भी पता चला है कि यहाँ पे व्हाट्सएप बैंकिंग की फैसिलिटी सुविधाएं हैं, और यूनिक पंजाब एंड सिंध बैंक की एक ऐप है जो हमारी ट्रांजैक्शन सभी उसी से कर सकते हैं। तो और सबसे बड़ी सुविधा ये है कि हमारे यहाँ 24 ब्रांच में 24 आवर एटीएम के सर्विसेज भी हैं, तो इससे हमें यहाँ के लोकेलिटी के लोगों को सभी को बहुत सुविधा होगी। तो मैं सभी को धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ। थैंक यू मैम।
Madam, one of our millennial customer, a young entrepreneur and emerging entrepreneur of Karimganj, would like to say something to you.
Thank you. Namaste. First of all, I would like to thank and greet our Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, and others for opening Punjab and Sindh Bank branch here in Karimganj. Though Karimganj is a very small town, but it is very densely populated, and thus I believe that opening of a branch here would be of great help to the people. The bank person have very politely asked me to open an account here, and they have showed me their WhatsApp banking service and their unique app, their app called Unique, which I believe is very simple to use and very user friendly. Lastly, I would like to thank the ministry and Punjab and Sindh Bank for opening the bank, and looking forward for a great banking service from you. Thank you.
Ma'am, another one of our most esteemed senior citizen customer would like also say something to you, ma'am.
Namaste. Most respected and honorable Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji, and dignitaries sitting on the dais. Myself, Jagadish Chandra Banik, Secretary of Karimganj Chamber of Commerce. I congratulate you all to this August inauguration function of this Punjab and Sindh Bank here at Karimganj. Karimganj is very little town in the border area of Indo-Bangladesh. And we, the people of Karimganj today, is very grateful such that the very established and newly high heights of this bank of Punjab and Sindh Bank and came here in our place. Madam, we now the growing of Indian citizen as like the fifth great economy of the world. With your holy and blessings, your cooperation and leadership, the country will come the third economy world coming in future. So I am very grateful with this bank inauguration. The people of Karimganj will great benefited in future. So I request you, Madam, please once visit in our place. It's my honest request, and see with some interaction with your border area peoples. So because with the people here, very backward and remote place, and you see us, please, your next, whenever you time, please see us and interaction with some of us. Thank you, Madam, and very grateful to you for this on behalf of Karimganj town. I'll say again, thank you. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद आदरणीय मैम। शाखा करीमगंज के उद्घाटन के लिए मैं शाखा प्रबंधक मोहम्मद फारूक आलम आपको आमंत्रित करता हूं कि आप अपना कीमती समय देकर हमारे सारे ब्रांच स्टाफ की तरफ से और करीमगंज के लोगों की तरफ से मैं आपको आमंत्रित करता हूं कि आप यहां पे अपना कीमती समय देकर हम लोगों को गौरवान्वित करें। पुनः आपको धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much. I think we should have a big round of applause for the entire team. Our customers, we are so humbled to have such a lovely lot of customers. They're such warm people. And ma'am, we invited you till Delhi in our corporate office. Now they've invited you to their corporate office. And we truly hope that very soon we'll have your presence there as well. So we look forward to that. Thank you so much. Moving on, we have said what we had to say. We've shown you the virtual e-coffee table book. We had 2 launches and inaugurations. And today, ma'am, I think this moment, this day would be incomplete if we do not hear a few words from you. We would like to invite you on stage, our Honorable Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, for a keynote address. Welcome, ma'am.
Can that light be put off? Hitting my eye. This. Thank you. Good afternoon and namaskar to everyone who's found time to be here. Dr. Charan Singh, the non-executive chairman of Punjab and Sindh Bank, Shri Swarup Kumar Saha, the MD and CEO of Punjab and Sindh Bank, my colleague Dr. Karad, Additional Secretary in the Department of Financial Services, Shri Tangirala, executives of the banks and also the IBA, the non-executive directors of the board of this bank, Punjab Sindh Bank, eminent citizens who have all come here for this joyous occasion. I wish to thank you all and thank again the bank's management for giving me this opportunity to be here and to be part of the opening session of the corporate office in this new premises. I will take a minute to speak and recall the wonderful history, troubled it might have been, but wonderful history of this bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank. Before coming here, sitting with the top executives of the bank, I did mention that all Indian banks, particularly the public sector banks, which have come to be part of the public sector, have had a history of having been founded by eminent private citizens, remained a private bank for some time, and then getting nationalized. So all of them do carry a certain sentiment about the bank, and it is absolutely understandable. In that, I was mentioning that the Punjab and Sindh Bank has a certain sentiment which has an enduring value. Why do I say that? I say that because in 1947, the turbulent period post our independence, Punjab and Sindh Bank, as was shown in this beautifully captured video presentation, had just 2 branches left. All others were part of a divided country, and the founding fathers of the bank had to even go take the bank's headquarters to their own private homes because they didn't even have a place to run the bank from. So to found a bank, to run it efficiently and professionally is one thing, but to have your sweat and toil given and go through with the bank through the national history, which was very turbulent at that time, and to be able to now stand up and speak as a successful bank is not simple at all. So when I'm talking about the sentiment of banks which have been founded with certain cultural and distinct regional values, Punjab and Sindh Bank does come with one additional unique feature, that is having gone through the turbulent times of independence. Now at that time, I said there were only 2 branches. Subsequently in 1980, when it was nationalized, it had about 537 branches. But why do I recall the number of branches now? It is only because the current position of Punjab and Sindh Bank in terms of having 1,553 branches, and the 54th is being opened today at Karimganj in Assam, bordering district of Bangladesh. India, Karimganj district in Assam borders with Bangladesh, and that is where the 1,554th branch of Punjab and Sindh Bank has gone. Now, it says so much for a bank which was so identified and so associated and so uniquely placed with the state of Punjab. It is now spread all over the country and even has gone into the Northeast. In fact, I observe that not one state of the Northeast, the Ashtalakshmis as we call them, is ignored by Punjab and Sindh Bank. You're present in every one of these Northeastern states. And this branch in Karimganj has its own story to say, in that you have come as a result of partition with just 2 branches from one border of the country to the other international border, which is the border with Bangladesh. It is such a reflective of, it is such a story reflective of the kind of history Punjab and Sindh Bank carries, and you've really made a success story of the bank in spite of all the turbulent periods. So I appreciate the management, the directors, and also the entire board of the bank for having really pulled the bank through troubled times. And as was said by Dr. Charan Singh, even in the recent past, the challenges were not simple. And Punjab and Sindh Bank, thankfully, because of the professional excellence with which they operate today, has come out of it and has performed very well. And I'm really putting on record my word of appreciation to the entire bank's board and management for this performance. I take this opportunity to recall how in 2014, when we took charge of the economy, the twin balance sheet problem had really hurt the economy of the country. And when we say twin balance sheet, we are talking about the bank's balance sheet and the balance sheet of the corporate or the small and medium businesses, the companies, who largely are your customers when they take money from you, when they take credit from you. And the people, the small deposit holders who are with you, all of them depend on the bank's balance sheet. Now, when the balance sheet is troubled, and if all banks' balance sheets are equally in trouble, the economy also suffers. The company's balance sheet, their trouble, gets reflected into the bank's balance sheet, they get into trouble, and as a result, the national economy suffers. In 2014, really, the country for the first time heard of this problem of twin balance sheet problem. But 2 days ago, I was happy to see that the Reserve Bank of India, in its financial stability report, has used this expression for defining and describing the situation today. They have said, today we have a twin balance sheet advantage, as a result of which the banks are making good profit, their net worth is risen, they're able to go to the market and raise resources for them, not just depend on the largies continuously from the government, and they're expanding their business in that they're spreading more ATMs, bringing more bank correspondents everywhere, and where necessary, also opening up brick and mortar branches like in Karimganj today. Now, how did this come about? From a twin balance sheet problem situation to a twin balance sheet advantage situation. As soon as in 2014 the government was formed under the Hon'ble Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the problem was recognized that banks are going through a crisis. And that is why a 4R formula was formed. The 4Rs being recognize that there is a problem, recapitalize the banks, reform the banks, and after having recognized it, resolve the problem, resolution. So recognition, resolution, recapitalization, and reform. Those 4Rs are the ones which stood by us between 14 and today, that every bank which went through these corrective action have come out of it, and as a result today are able to post profit. And when they post profit, the other parameters are also studied to see if the credit outgo is healthy. Are they coming up with good provisioning where it is not healthy or adequate? Is it being improved? And so on. So now we find all the banks doing very well, about which there was a mention earlier. Together with the 4Rs, Government of India came up with other things which equally helped the banks. I quickly recall them. The IBC, the Insolvency Banking and Bankruptcy Code, which was introduced in 2016, has helped in speedily recovering values and making sure most of the companies which had fallen sick are not shut down but as kept as going concerns, and value has been realized. Where it was inevitable, bankruptcy aspects have also been worked out. So one, you had the 4Rs. Two, you came up with the IBC 2016, with which banks were able to quickly realize their worth, the money's worth from those bad assets. And then, if this is all being done for the bank's welfare and also for those who have taken credit from the bank, the customers who have put deposit in the bank had also to be protected. Their money is sitting there, they have invested, they have put as deposit, they are earning small amounts as interest. But if the bank's performance was going down the drain, they are the first ones to get hurt. For them, the deposit insurance cover which was provided earlier, which was once upon a time 50,000 rupees, then it was increased to 1 lakh. After Prime Minister Modi came, it was increased to 5 lakhs of rupees. So if we were trying to redress the issues of credit and the credit outgo and also the bank's health through the 4Rs, IBC to realize value, the depositor was being given the assurance that he will not suffer up to 5 lakhs, he will get the money guaranteed by the government. So that was the third measure that we took. And the fourth measure is, if in case an NPA and also a bad asset, to realize the maximum value from that asset, an NARCL was formed. An asset reconstruction company was formed, through which these assets, which were particularly over 500 crores, were moved to these companies. They would reconstruct them and see if they can be better bidders in the market who would come buy them. And when they buy, the amount would be given back to the banks which are due to them. So, a comprehensive approach in making sure the Indian banking sector improves its performance, comes out of the difficulty which came in because of irrational phone banking which happened in the previous tenure of the government, previous tenure of earlier government, where not so worthy customers were given priority, in lending, professionally not assessed, and as a result of them, sooner all of them became sick or they became non-functioning. Now, therefore, today, after all these measures, I'd just like to highlight the net profits of the public sector banks. I was happy to hear that mentioned, but I repeat it. The net profit of the public sector banks have almost tripled, and today they are 1.04 lakh crores. That is the total profit of all the public sector banks. All right. There are other indicators through which the health of the bank is assessed. The return on assets in public sector banks has risen from 0.51% to 0.78% today. And as a result, you have better return on assets that the banks hold. The net interest margin has also gone up. It was 2.73% earlier. Now it's about 3.23%, 3.23% now in 2023. I was speaking about the provisioning which banks are doing. The provisioning coverage ratio has increased from where it was in 2014, just at 58.48%. Today, I hope you'll be able to guess this number. Today, the net provisioning coverage ratio, has gone up to 90.72%. So you've covered yourself to 90.72%, and this is just not simply happening by itself. There's been such concerted effort of every bank's board to make sure that they come up with better coverage ratio. And as a result, today, I'm glad to say the problems of twin balance sheet has gone away. Like the Reserve Bank observed, it is twin balance sheet advantage that the Indian economy is benefiting from. Similarly, this is a very important indicator which I like to highlight to you all. The banks totally, and this is CRISIL which has said it, it's not me who's saying it. CRISIL, the rating agency, tells us that banks' gross non-performing assets, gross NPAs, will reduce further to a decadal low of 3.8% by the end of 23-24. So CRISIL itself is recognizing that India's NPAs will be reaching the lowest level in 23-24, that is this year, and that will be at 3.8%. Now, furthermore, so it's not just in the last few years we've done well, we shall be doing well this year also, is what the CRISIL tells us. One more thing which is worth reading out, and I quote from Economist, the magazine, which is not known for being India favorite, or they don't treat India with a soft kid glove. They normally are very highly critical of things which happen in India. And as regards India's banks, in March 2023, their observation is worth hearing, and I read here. India's once troubled banks are generating huge profits. The Economist is saying, I'm not saying it. India's once troubled banks are generating huge profits. Similarly, unquote, similarly, Standard & Poor, S&P, the other rating agency which comes up with periodic observation on the Indian economy, has said India's banking industry country risk assessment. In that report, they have said, that is where they have said, we raised the rating for India, and as a result, they have raised it to 5 from 6. So the rating has improved as a result of the performance of banks. Now, it is worth here for a moment for all of us to recall what is happening in the globe, all over the world. While India's banking story is this, what is happening around the world? All of you all heard in March 2023, Silicon Valley Bank, which was one of those very sought after bank where all the startups would go in the Silicon Valley to get themselves serviced. Banking services will be provided by Silicon Valley Bank. The collapse, which really shook the world. And from there, very quickly after Silicon Valley Bank, we heard about Switzerland's Credit Suisse. The way again, a very old bank, Credit Suisse is a very old bank. For them to have really reached a stage where they had to be acquired by the UBS, they couldn't survive any longer. So UBS came and acquired them. So it's interesting here that despite a stable rating outlook all these banks had, in spite of the stable ratings, they collapse, they come into such a situation of fragility that they had to be taken over by somebody else. Against this picture, which is prevailing all over the globe, you now heard about how India's banks are performing, and it is purely because of the professionalism with which our managements are running the bank. And I credit each one of them, each one of our banks, public sector banks, and also those who are, some of them are doing very well in the private sector as well. So the bank's management in India, even during troubled times like this, have been extremely cautious. And credit rating agencies are also in a position to vouch for the performance of our banks. So without taking more of your time, I just want to highlight that we cannot afford to sit back and revel on our success. It is good to have motivation taken from our successes, but we shouldn't sit back and we shouldn't look the other way from efficiency. So I would say banks should follow best corporate governance principles. They should adhere to regulatory norms. They should also ensure prudent liquidity management, and they should continue to focus on robust asset liability and also the risk management elements. And only then can we build on the laurels that all of us can speak about today, forgetting what we were 10 years ago. But today we've reached this stage. But at this stage, it is a duty towards the people of India to ensure that the banks can build on the strength and not lose this momentum that we have achieved. So I think the way forward should be to ensure that the youth of this country get your support. You are able to reach out to them to ensure that the stand-up and start-up revolution which is happening in this country is supported by you. You should also ensure that there are credit outreach programs like the one by going into Northeast, you're opening up branches. That credit outreach through your banks is a very important step. The government's policy is to support banking to reach the vibrant villages of the international borders. We need to be present there, which is what you've done in Karimganj. Furthermore, give the emphasis for Mahila. Mahila, the government of India in the budget had announced that there is Mahila Bachat Patra, which we will be issuing. The post office payment banks have started doing it. The banks, scheduled commercial banks are doing it now. I honestly request and wish you that you approach more women to come and take the Bachat Patra so that you also get more money into your banks and you're able to support with good assured returns for the women. One very humble request would be ensure that the priority sector lending happens. Government's program it is through the banks to reach out to the certain areas which are priority sector areas, and in that particularly I would appeal to the management of Punjab and Sindh Bank that you should do the maximum in the target that is given to you and not please give the money back where you couldn't utilize it to the RIDF. You should reach it yourself in the areas where you are present and not claim that you couldn't do it and give it to RIDF. And similarly, account aggregator, the Open Credit Enablement Framework, the OCEN, are all things which are coming in to help you to be efficient in reaching your customers. Ensure that you're using them optimally. And lastly, in this age where digital economy, your systems are all digitized, your records are all digitized, use artificial intelligence to the maximum so that efficiency increases. But a word of caution, please make sure every now and then there are drills for digital safety. You should have enough and adequate firewalls around the systems that you have. So, without taking more time, I once again appreciate the Punjab and Sindh Bank for all the efforts that you have taken. I keep continuing the good work, and I wish you several and several decades and centuries more of good work for the people of India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your valuable thoughts. I'm pretty sure that your perspective today is going to work as an inspiration for all the attendees here. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this day, to this event. And now I would request Dr. Charan Singh Ji to please present a memento to our Honorable Finance Minister, who's graced the occasion with her presence and her words. So, ma'am, this is a small token as a symbol of our great appreciation and admiration and respect. Thank you so much for joining us. I would now request Mr. Swaroop Kumar Saha ji to kindly honor Dr. Karad with a memento. Thank you so much, sir, once again. And now, may I request you, sir, to please present the memento to the one and only one, our very, very special guest of honors and our dignitaries. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Tangirala, sir. Okay, having presented a memento to all of our guests today, I would now request, I think the host of the day is Mr. Saha here, who's organized this entire event for all of us. He's put together the entire event. Sir, may I request you to now deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all. Our Chief Guest and Honorable Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Guest of honor for today's event, Honorable Minister for State of Finance, Dr. Bhagwat Karad ji. Dr. MP Tangirala ji, Additional Secretary DFS, my Chairman Dr. Charan Singh, and all other distinguished guests present here. It is indeed a great privilege for me to propose this vote of thanks on the historic and memorable event of the bank towards the inauguration of the new corporate office at this NBCC complex of East Kidwai Nagar by our Honorable Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Ma'am, the bank has traveled a long journey since its foundation in the year 1908, and on behalf of the Chairman, the Board of Directors, and the entire Punjab and Sindh Bank Parivar, I extend a warm and sincere thanks to our Honorable Finance Minister for sparing her valuable time and having kindly consented to be the chief guest of this event in spite of a very busy schedule, and have sharing her thought-provoking views, as we all heard, about her great insights on the Indian banking sector and how the Punjab Sindh Bank and other public sector banks collectively are now making the Indian economy a much better place to bank with. And of course, about our thought-provoking views on the twin balance sheet problems, the 4 Rs, IBC code, and the deposit insurance cover in the NARCL. Madam, we are very thankful to you and the Government of India for your timely support in the form of recapitalization of the bank. And at a time when the bank was going through a very rough passage, without this support, the turnaround would not have been possible. We'd like to inform you that the bank is much healthier than ever before. And with such stronger fundamentals, we are now in a position to take the bank forward qualitatively and efficiently. Madam, your gracious presence today will inspire our entire team PSB in times to come and also efficiently deliver our financial services to all our customers belonging to every section of the society And we assure, Madam, that we will ensure implementation of the guidance that you have given us today for serving the society at large. We have today opened the 29th branch in the Northeast region and will continue to explore opening more such branches in the Northeast. I'm also thankful to Dr. Bhagwat Kararji, our Honorable Minister of State for Finance, for giving his kind consent to be the guest of honor and for giving his guidance to all of us. On behalf of Punjab and Sindh Bank, I also extend our thanks to Dr. M.P. Tangiralaji, Additional Secretary DFS, for being part of this event. My special thanks to our non-executive chairman, Dr. Charan Singh, for giving his constant guidance on every aspect of this event. I also thank my directors on the board, all senior officials of DFS, the regional director RBI, and all other distinguished guests present here for making this event a very memorable one. I'd also like to thank the NBCC chairman, Mr. P.K. Gupta, for providing us the premises, and the entire team of CPWD, who have really worked very hard to give us this beautiful premises. Lastly, but not the least, I would like to place my sincere thanks to our entire team PSB, the entire team of Kenny, our partner to this event, and all other support staff for contributing to the successfully holding of this event. I also request all our distinguished guests to join us for the lunch after the event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Punjab and Sindh Bank takes pride in being an Indian bank. Ladies and gentlemen, as we culminate this event, may I now request you all to please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.